Can you dig it? It's the controversial duo on the mic.
Here comes the big one.
Pedge Tattoos and Marco bring you the Mood Lounge Show.
Hey, welcome to the Mood Lounge Show. I'm your host once again, Pedge Tattoos.
I'm your co-host once again, Marco with a K.
Okay, so breaking news just came up on the TV. I'm going to call it the way I want to call it, not saying what they're saying on the TV. It was a second Trump attempted assassination.
Again?
They caught the guy. They found his car, AK. He was shooting an AK in a golf course.
Sounds familiar. Didn't they have something like, I don't know, like a week after he got shot or whatever?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. When he did his
was in the area?
When he did his thing in Milwaukee, whatever. When he did his GOP, acceptance speech and all of that, there was somebody running around the street with an AK. But that was just Milwaukee. Sorry, I've been to Milwaukee. It's not a safe place, But so he was playing golf. I don't know if it was at the Mar-a-Lago estate that he was playing golf or another golf course in Florida. And they're not really saying much except that shots were fired in his vicinity, which pretty much says guy was close, was shooting, just didn't have binoculars to see exactly.
Yeah,
or
didn't have that fucking rangefinder that other dude had.
Right. So, well, we don't know yet. But for this guy to get there that close, and they're saying, hey, the Secret Service did an outstanding job because of last time. The guy was popping off shots. What the fuck was, I don't care. Look, he's a presidential elect. He needs Secret Service, especially after the first assassination attempt. They should have snipers in the fucking trees. Like, they should have regular guys playing golf and just pull out Uzis and shit.
I'm pretty sure, now, out of all times, he seems to be more of a high-value target.
Of course.
I'm not a security expert, but I'm sure when it comes to that, you want to increase your numbers.
Of course.
Right?
And did I not call this? Did I not fucking tell you months before the first assassination attempt? I said, they're gonna fucking wet order this motherfucker. Right. And it's going to come straight. They're going to let something happen like a Lee Harvey Oswald. And exactly that happened. Said it on the show. And I said, this ain't the last. It's going to happen up until the day he puts his hand on that Bible. And if he doesn't put his hand on that Bible, he said there's going to be a bloodbath in the fucking union with the fucking cars and the, auto workers union. That's going to be a bloodbath because another 4 years of fucking tackling Camelot is going to fucking just really, it's going to, 4 years of Camelot is not going to happen, She ain't fucking, whatever that King Arthur. The time is unburdened by the passage of time.
Bro, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how the fuck she's going to get votes. Explain it to me.
How's she going to get votes? Half of the dead people in the United States are going to vote for her. Same way fucking Biden did his shit last time. And I don't want to sit here and get into this, politicking and whatnot, because we got a nice chronological show here that everything kind of just, it just goes right into it. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? All right. I just got to get my fucking, it's the fucking, well, I think people are going to know if we just said breaking news. They're going to be like, hey, wasn't that Sunday?
Nah, man, because you take a couple days to drop it. And then
I drop it every Friday.
Exactly.
Every Thursday. I've been dropping Thursdays,
Yeah, it's not going to be breaking. Probably some other crazy shit's going to happen.
Yeah, and just to get a little off topic, I'd like to say something's going on with YouTube.
What about?
So I spoke to another guy that got a podcast, and he also said he had the same issue. So I did some Google ads for the show. To be, but just plugged a little bit more. And it was working. It was getting us views and it was getting us subs. Problem being is I started noticing my subs were going in reverse. It was just at almost 15,000 and I wake up in the morning and I check it and 200 disappeared. It's not like that 200 people signed on. What I think is, how you could buy views and buy all of that shit? I think when you do a Google ad, I think they do the same shit. They got bots, or they kind of throw it through certain people demographically or fucking algorithm-wise. They throw it to these people, and these people are like, okay, I'm being paid by Google for every person I click on, whatever it is, And speaking to this other guy that has a podcast, he agrees with me, and he goes, have you seen your subs going in reverse? I said, not only my subs, my fucking views. And it doesn't make sense because on the other platforms, I'm doing phenomenal.
Right.
I mean, not phenomenal. I'm not getting fucking 20, 30,000 hits per short that I put up. But I'm going to be honest, like, we get on certain ones, like the one we did about She-Hulk that you brought it up and all of that, that's already like 42,000. And I was just like, what, 2-3 shows ago? So that clip is just constantly getting views. And I noticed that too, like when I tried to pay for a promotion on TikTok, that seemed to have happened also. So I stopped doing that. I don't want to pay for promoting because it's like a two-edged sword. You pay for the promotion, they see that you pay.
Yeah, you're not a company though. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to go on fucking TV and do all that shit.
Well, no, I'm not going on TV. I'm promoting.
I know you're promoting. I'm just saying it's like you're paying for commercials. You know what I mean at that point?
I'm paying for them to put me out, but it's not a lot of money. Yeah. It's like for fucking. They say between 1,500 to 9,000 views. Give us $25 or whatever. So I did that a few times, and you know what? It's like I'd rather just go by word of mouth and just me keep cranking out, you know. And I've been cranking out five shorts on TikTok, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'm putting about 20, 25 shorts.
You'd rather keep your fingers crossed and let the algorithm work.
Yes, 100%.
Paying constantly for like no return.
Well, I also fuck with the title a little bit because I'm letting this AI program come up with titles, but some of the titles are ridiculous. Must see this quotation mark, and it has like happy faces and emojis.
Introducing.
Yeah, like some stupid shit like introducing Pedge and Frankie. Like I was just like retitle, and it was just like Fredge and Ernie.
Fredge and Ernie the third. What the fuck?
I got a little tongue tied there.
Fuck.
Anyway, so yeah, so I found that kind of ironic, and then I started noticing that on my Facebook, the same shit's going on.
Right.
Like, I don't know if they're shadow banning or what they're doing. Maybe they didn't like. They changed. I think they're changing the algorithm because I did pay also for a few ads in the beginning, like, hey, push me, and they did push where one of our videos were getting like 8,000 hits, you know, and we only have like 3,000 followers on Facebook. The only thing I didn't fuck with was Instagram. Instagram's been steadily increasing, so it's not like I'm getting 60,000.
Well, you would think that it wouldn't be because it's kind of based off of Facebook, you know.
It is, but I don't think they own. Do they? Oh wait, I think they do.
Yeah, so that's why I just don't know. Like,
so then it could just be an algorithm thing where they just flipped it on me because hey, he paid, now he's not paying. You know.
I guess.
And I'm not joining Threads, so you can go fuck yourself.
Does anybody actually use Threads?
I don't know, but everybody that I know.
Poll because like I genuinely don't fucking know. Like it's literally just Twitter.
What I did is I checked it out once and I was just, this is gay as shit, and I just got off real quick, and it took me like a month.
What'd you see on there?
It was like a fucking not a TikTok, like X. It's kind of like X, the same fucking like platform look and everything, and I was just like, so I need more idiots to fucking commercialize
what's the
here.
Difference?
I think it's the same shit, just one's Instagram and one's, you know.
The fuck's the point of that, though?
But X, let me tell you something. X is legit. X lets everybody have a voice.
Right.
Everybody. And if they say something that's out of context or fucking bullshit, they fact check you too. And they say, hey, this, and they actually put up the true clip or the true quote. So that's pretty good. Right now it just says police.
You just watch a TV now, bro?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, come on, man.
Get your eyes off the TV.
I got a big ass 65-inch. I can see it from across the room.
Come on, man.
It says police Secret Service service to speak after man arrested in shooting at Trump's Florida. They got this motherfucker. He's going to be another, scapegoat. And of course,
it'll take fucking like 3 days to find
Kamala and Biden are so happy that nothing happened to him. Because the passage of time. Fucking bitch. Anyway, getting back to the chronological over here. So, what'd you think about the presidential debate?
We're starting off strong.
Come on, let's get it out.
I don't know. Like, with what you just said, it's kind of... It really feels weird to see them hug and kiss, like, before the debate, you know what I mean, as a respect thing. Because the whole entire thing was just fucktarded.
It was.
It was like a fucktarded 3v1.
Yeah, that's another thing. We the next day we went to the gym, and holy fuck, it was just like, hey, did you see it? It was 3 against 1.
This shit was ridiculous.
And then the more the time passed by, everything started coming out.
Yeah.
And you know by what I mean by everything coming out. The truth.
Yeah.
And the truth is that this debate was handed to Kamala, and the girl that was doing the moderating or whatever, she was her college sorority sister.
Get the fuck out of here.
For real.
That's
for
the
real.
connection?
Fact check
That's
it.
the connection?
I'm not done. ABC, owner of ABC, hooked up Kamala with her Jewish husband. Hooked them up. Played matchmaker.
So what the
Kamala, you need to meet this man. He's a good guy. You know?
Really?
Really.
That's...
Really. So...
Well,
that's why they agreed to ABC.
I'm still stuck on the sorority thing. You said that she was with the sorority?
Okay, so the girl that was moderating, whatever her fucking name is, the one with the goddamn...
Yeah.
Looked like fucking epaulets from wherever. It was just
Right.
like this, the shoulder pads.
Right.
So that girl was her college sorority sister. They went to college together. They were in a sorority.
Is it like a frat or no?
It's a frat house, but for girls to go around and fuck and slut around and drink, and because we know what Kamala was
I'm
doing.
surprised she just didn't do some stupid like fucking hand sign shit when she saw her. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they have to keep it on the up and up.
Really?
But this all came out. Everybody started researching after this fucking debate.
I had to see like everybody's fact checking her like on everything that she even said. Like when it came to them,
Bullshit, bro.
She also said that there were soldiers that were not sent out like currently
Right.
in foreign lands, and then there was literally a
The video.
group- yeah, there
The
was
video.
a video of already U.S. soldiers in foreign lands going like, "Hey, where the fuck we at then?" You know what I mean? They show outside.
That was hysterical. I just saw that today and last night. Actually, last night in the morning, I couldn't sleep, so I was just constantly reading, searching for content. And oh my God, must have been like 12 guys sitting there, and they're just like, "So where the fuck are we?
Yeah, where
are we? Because
This ain't Arizona.
hello, we're here." And that's just putting a nail in her coffin. I'm not going to make a prediction. I'm going to just say this.
All right, Nostradamus, what's up?
Well, you know I'm pretty spot on with
Yeah,
shit.
I know,
But
I know.
I'm seeing Trump winning this, but I'm seeing him trying to take him out again. I see a coup happening, even if he does take office. Some shit's not gonna go copacetic. Something's gonna pop off in this country. Between the migrants, between all of this bullshit that's going on right now, and these fucking twisted liberals, and and what I mean by twisted liberals, all I see is videos now of liberals. Who are you going to vote for? But Kamala. Can you say something good that she's done? I don't care if she's done nothing good. I'm not voting for Trump. So you mean that if she put us in another $20 trillion debt, he goes, I really don't care what she does. I voted for Obama because I listened to him and I said, hey, you know what? Bush didn't do much better. He fucking started all of this shit. The 9/11 fucking thing was saying he was innocent in this whole thing, but there's so many fingers pointing to him and I forgot who it was that was on and I said, I'd rather give this other guy a try. And I gave him a try. Of course, he didn't even fucking come in close. But let's be honest, I mean, not the second time. The second time when he came in, it was fucking Trump.
Was it?
Yeah, Trump went against Obama. Obama couldn't. So the second time, I'm right. The second time I voted for somebody else, and Obama did another 4 years, and then after that, it was Trump all the way because whoever was running, fucking Hillary Clinton, go suck a dick. She ended up coming up head to head with him against fucking Trump. I just was like, we need something new. And he's a businessman, and you know what? That's what you need to run this country, a businessman. But
isn't this country's whole ideal being a businessman?
yes, being capitalism.
Fuck yeah.
Being capitalists. But yeah, so getting back to the presidential debate, you're right. A lot of fact checking. They didn't fact check Kamala live, but they fact checked Trump.
Every single fucking second.
And what was really fucked up is that whatever they fact checked was false.
Right.
It was like they had a fucking vendetta. Trump, Trump, Trump. Whenever she was asked a question, if she didn't want to answer it or skirt it, what ended up happening? So, Mr. Trump, or you want to respond? It was just such a setup. Second day, there's a rumor going around about that earring.
What about the earring?
Okay, so there's a company called Nova, and they make these little earrings that are actually speakers, and they look like high-end fucking pearls with, and they're saying that she wears that all the time, but now she's saying it's a family heirloom. And then from a family heirloom, you could see the way she was talking, like she's being being fed, you know, and then she's always going like this, you know, and then she's turning sideways because that's what you usually do when you got a headphone in. You turn sideways, you know. So unless you have two, and when you have two, you get used to it. You're hearing it on both ears. So look, whatever. Nova didn't say anything, you know, to respond to this, but they did put up how this earring works, and people started digging into it, and it's been like a viral thing on the internet. But I really am pissed about one thing that they fact-checked. They fact-checked because if you remember, Trump said, they're eating the cats.
Yeah.
They're eating the cats.
How can you forget that?
The dogs, people's pets. They're eating the pets, you know? In Springfield, Ohio, these people... they're eating the cats, you know? They started making memes and music. One guy was like, you know, they're eating the cats with the fucking like a, what do you call that fucking auto-tune on him. And yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is, but.
I got so, like, fucking, like, annoyed, though, when the fact checker, like, I can understand if you at least
the custodian of Ohio. The custodian of Springfield said,
what the fuck, man?
This is not true.
Which I don't get because we have the body cam footage already.
But
there is body cam footage of this shit
here's
happening.
the thing. That's why I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, like who hasn't seen it?
We've been watching for a whole week that black lady, that Haitian, eating a cat in the street, and the cops are like, "Man, put the cat down." And then they arrest her. They stand her up. And
why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me. Smile like this.
We already saw it.
Did you eat that cat?
Can you call the ASPSC? This cat is deceased.
Yeah.
And then
somebody's dinner went spoiled.
Yeah. But then I started seeing, like, because I've been watching this shit, you know, and there's some crazy shit going on in Haiti. The gangs have taken over the streets. There's no food. They've resorted to cannibalism. Not to mention that Haiti is 90%, if not higher, voodoo. Okay, they're the opposite of like Santeria, but they still. Like, they do crazier rituals than Santeria. So Santeria cuts a chicken, they cut this and they rip its head off, whatever.
So what, are they more in the sacrifices?
Yes. And I seen a video where this guy was holding the cat in Haiti, and he was trying to twist its head, and then he would bite the neck, and the cat's like fucking going nuts, but he's holding it. He's sucking the blood. So I started looking it up, and that is a blood ritual in voodoo. Look, it's
just a bad taste.
I really feel bad that Haiti had that huge earthquake and the Clintons came in there and decimated them for money and ran away with all the fucking donations and whatever. I don't really give a fuck about what's going on in the world in other countries. I'm not going to sit there and cry, hey, we need to help. No, we need to put America first. I don't give a fuck. You want to send a little humanitarian aid? Go ahead, knock yourself out. But when you're talking to Congress and saying, we need to allocate $20 billion to Haiti, $20 billion to Ukraine, $20 billion to this one, yo, fuck you. Like, are you serious? Why? It's good to have these people as our friends. Well, why you want to build a base everywhere?
Right.
You know, and then this claims it's a NATO base, but only Americans are there. And every once in a while, they have a contingent of like 5, 6, 7 Germans that come over, and they're just like, oh, mach schnell, and all of that. And then the guy's like, Scheiße, I need to go back home. You know, like whatever. But so, you know, if anybody's a moron out there, like those liberals that are running around saying that I'm going to do everything in my power just not to vote for fucking Trump, okay, fine. But they're eating cats. And upon further research, which anybody could research. I like how
this is the takeaway rather than not further fact checking. It's just they're eating cats.
They're eating fucking cats. Trump is 100.
Your pets are dying.
When they go, listen, there's no proof of it. We just spoke to the custodian. I don't know what the fuck the custodian is, but the custodian of fucking Springfield. And then what's going on? Trump's like, but they're eating the cats. It's on the TV. I saw it.
Yeah.
Everybody saw it. The next day, a bunch of like New York Puerto Ricans came out and were like, and even one, he's a fucking reggaeton artist. He was just like, yo, they're eating cats. We know about this in fucking Puerto Rico. They fucking eat cats, you know? It's like the new Chinese restaurant, except Haitian. We have make good food for you, you know? It's fucking... It's your pet fucking Bootsy and fucking Meatsy and whoever the fuck, you know? It's all you fucking... And you know what's really funny? Now that the videos are surfacing, they're cooking bigger animals. I saw a pit bull. I saw a pit bull roast on a roast. And they kept saying, that's not a pit bull, that's a sheep. My man, a sheep doesn't have a pointy tail like this, like a pit bull does. That motherfucker was on a rotisserie in Springfield.
Yeah. Where the fuck are they getting the sheep then? You know what I mean?
Look, it's not the point.
If it is, it's not.
Look,
you know what I mean?
we're Serbian. We do a pig on a spit. We do a lamb on a spit. We do goat on a spit. I'm sorry. That shit was I've never seen, unless it's a fucking goat that's in the mountains, one of those fucking, with the rams, like, like it's a ram.
Yeah, it's a ram.
Unless it's that on a spit in the middle of Springfield, I really doubt it. This guy didn't go to Africa hunting ram and then bring it back. Oh, we're going to barbecue it. Call the fucking 12 Haitian friends of mine right now. 12 Haitians right now.
What kind of fucking cookout is that, man?
Not to mention that the Haitians that have come in to Springfield was a population of 20,000 3 years ago. It is now today a population of 60,000. And everybody's coming out and talking on the internet saying, you can't walk down the street because they come chasing you with machetes. You can't go here. There's so many accidents in Springfield that the insurance rates have quadrupled. So let's say you were paying $800 for full coverage. You're now paying like $3,600. Fucking retarded.
Dude, just because fucking people are just crashing around?
They have no licenses. They're just... Dude, there was one last night.
How is this allowed, though?
But because it's democratic. The Dems control everything. Hey, we'll send you some more money. We'll send you some more money. Oh, Kamala lost. Where did all this money go to? Well, we sent it to Springfield. Why? It's like every small town now is turning into a fucking shitbed of migrants.
Right.
And it's not like you're getting good people. There's jokes on the internet, on fucking X. Hey, here goes another doctor, lawyer, or pharmacist. Meanwhile, they're beating each other up, pulling out machetes, jumping on each other, and that's just Haitians. Let's not forget we got other countries like Venezuela. Those gangs are running rampant. And how come we're not hearing anything about Aurora, Colorado anymore? You don't find that suspicious? That is so sus. Please. What the skibbity?
Bro, you don't
what
need to
the
throw the
skibbity,
words out,
bro?
man.
Fucking skibbity toilet Uranus. What the fuck is going on? This shit is so Ohio, and I mean by Springfield. Anyway.
Why, bro?
I promise that I'll try to use a little bit more Gen Z slang. But anyway, so between the eating of the cats and the barbecues, and I showed Jay last night. She goes, I went. She goes, what? She woke up. She goes, what? And I go, look, what is that? I go, a cat on the barbecue, and there's fucking other cats walking around. Then there's videos of these Haitians going to other Haitians' houses, and the ladies putting cats in a sack, and the cats are fighting in the sack or whatever. There used to be a stray cat problem in Springfield.
Not anymore.
No, just call your local Haitian. He comes right in and... What's your name? My name is Patois. I'm the local pest.
Pest control.
Pest control.
And it's
We got a roach problem. No, we don't like the roach. You have cat problem? We'll be here. Look, man, not all fucking Haitians are like that. Haitians are hardworking people. I knew a few Haitian people back in the day. Yeah, they'd practice voodoo, and I'd be a little nervous being in the same room with them. Wouldn't want to get too close, and then fucking they used to always do this and put something on their hands. I don't know, man. And I know because of Santeria, because I'm involved in it. You put some shit on your hands and shake a motherfucker's hand. You just put some shit on him. I'm going to do this, and he's going to think different of me. And, you could do shit like that. So every time they would be like, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Page? Mr. Page? And I'd be like, how you doing? They'd stick their hand out. I'd be like, I ain't shaking your hand here. I'd give them the elbow you got COVID.
That's kind of why I fuck with people and I shake their hand. If they do it like this, I'll do it like this. You know what I mean? Just to fuck with them.
Listen.
At the same time.
Black magic. I know some shit. I did a lot of reading. And there's things you could fucking do. It's like little white magic tricks as well, but... Yeah, my man, when it comes to that, I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to open the door to that shit. I opened it once when I was younger, and I don't want to reopen that fucking chapter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I said, not all Haitians are bad. It's just this, this migrant problem is letting Venezuela opened up their jails and their insane asylums and let everybody go. Don't come back. And, of course, I'm going to touch a little later about this, but I don't want to fucking sound like I'm a fucking...
What are you talking about?
that fucking dude on X with the white power and all of that shit. That was what... Holy fuck, bro. This guy is so hysterical. He started on Omegle. I don't know his name. I forgot, but he's like... it's a green screen behind him, and he's got a filter on, and he looks gay. He's like, "Hi, fabulous."
About this guy.
You look so good. Hi, and his eyes are like glaring. Like he just looks like a fucking, he looks like a lit match. And
lit match.
Yeah, he's on fire, bro. And he's talking, and all of a sudden, like, they click the screen off, and another screen comes on, and it's a black girl and two white girls, and he's just like, "Hey, how are you guys doing?" And the girl's like, "Hey," and all of a sudden, he just goes into the rant. It's like he hits a button, and he has a monkey face on, or if not a monkey face, he's got Hitler's face. The little mustache or whatever.
Yeah.
And his eyes are red.
His microphone have like the swastika on it, or is it?
Yeah,
like
yeah. I didn't. After I watched it a few times, I was like, "Oh my god, this guy is a neo-Nazi, man." But yo, this guy is so hysterical. He just goes into his rant. Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, and he starts calling him the N-word and beaners, and I'm like, what the fuck? How is this shit out there? But yo,
people have been doing that.
Hold up. I'm going to say something. I started to watch him for humorous purposes. But he's got some fucking amazing points that I said, let me jot this shit down and look into it. And he's not lying. He's not fucking lying.
What specifically?
He said that Jews control everything. And I was like, okay, they got their finger in shit. Oh, no. And I don't want to touch this because I don't want to start getting shadow banned or whatever.
You just did. So.
But 12 of the top people in Biden's cabinet are dual citizen Jews, Israeli and American.
Why?
And I remember becoming a citizen that I had to renounce my citizenship to Serbia, well, then it was Yugoslavia, to become a citizen. And they said, you cannot ever go if there's an army, and then you have to pledge allegiance to this country. Okay. How could you pledge allegiance to Israel and pledge allegiance to the United States? How are you allowed to be a dual citizen and work in government? You shouldn't be allowed. So, but if a Russian comes here and he's a Russian citizen, they ask you right away to denounce Russia, or they file you on like you're a spy.
Right.
Okay. So I don't like that. That, Blinken, the guy fucking I forgot his name. He looks like a fucking Jew. Typical Jew, like a fucking moil. And then he said something about all the dating sites are owned by Jews. Bull fucking shit. I started to look it up. Jew owners. So I'm going, what the fuck? They got the dating thing down. They got the government in lockdown. All the major bank players, Jew. I was like, okay. I mean, okay. What could else happen? All the porno companies, major porno companies, Pornhub #1, owned by a Jew. And I mean like a name like Weinstein, Greenberg, some fucking shit like that.
Really?
Look, I'm not telling anybody to go and fucking watch this guy, whatever. He made some awesome fucking bullet points that got me thinking, and all he kept saying was, I need to wake you people up. I need you to know, not to be stupid, and to let everybody say what they're saying. Yeah, he's a neo-Nazi. Yeah, he's got that big cross on tattooed over here. Yeah, he's blatant with everything he says, but he makes so many fucking good points, about what's going on in the government, about how the migrants were brought in here by a group called HIME, and I forgot how the acronym is, but it means Hasidic, Hasidic organization of immigration or whatever. And what they do is, it started out as to bring immigrants, Jewish immigrants here, and now it's not. Now it's like a reset switch. You like the global reset? They want globalism. That's what they want. So they want to destroy our country, and that's what they're doing. And they're doing the same shit, like George Soros. George Soros is Jewish. And look what he's doing. He's fucking destroying this country. And I'm not going to sit there and get into politics with this about the Soros, but I just wanted you all to check it out. I don't have the guy's name. I'm not going to go fucking look it up. You guys can look it up. He's on fucking X.
Reminds me of a Gypsy Crusader, if you remember.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got out of jail. I haven't watched him in a bit, but
I think
he was more funny rather than informational. You know what I mean?
Well, this guy started out funny, and I don't know if he got kicked off of Omegle. And I don't know where the fuck I think he's on Discord now. I don't know, but I'm watching. He's on fucking X. And I got to give X props because they let everything go on. They will put a disclaimer and say, hey, this is fact checked. Here's your fucking link. But they let everybody have an opinion. You know, and I have some other guys that I follow, and I'm just like, wow, this guy's really fucking racist. But then again, his fucking content is like fucking what's out there. So you can't be racist if this is what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be. And, you know, then he even posted a black woman saying, I'm a racist because I want my country to be safe. And you're not a racist. And this lady was making good fucking valid points. Why? Because I want these migrants to come in and take my fucking job. I can't even find a fucking job, you know. And then there was another black dude somewhere in California, and or it was probably in New York. He was complaining about Hondurans work, and they didn't speak a lick of English. They can't write. They're like, you walk into the store and they just like in Spanish talking to you. And he's like, how the fuck could you get a job not speaking? You know?
Yeah, the one language that's spoken here.
Look, my parents were immigrants. I was an immigrant. My parents didn't speak a lick of English. They came here. They learned real quick how to say yes, thank you, no.
Even though they technically forced you to learn first.
They didn't technically force me to learn. I just watched Sesame Street and I learned. And playing with the kids.
Yeah, but you were the translator.
I was for a while, yeah, because, you know, like when we had to go to the store, it was a lot easier them instead of like pointing like, I want color, window. Like, you know, that's how they were.
Fuck.
Yeah, so we grew up in an Italian neighborhood, so the Italians would talk everything in like, in genderisms. So it'd be like, right. Me tell you, she is a no good, he's a no good, you know, like that. So Serbians and Romanians talking to Italians, I wanna for the, you know, finestra, right? It's window, it's in Romanian, it's window, it's, you know, finestra. So window, and then, you know, they be, oh, you wanted the curtains, you know, like, and
right.
That's what it was, man, you know, and that's how I grew up, mostly with Sicilians, you know. And Napolitan and a couple of Calabreses. But look, it is what it is, you know. But like I said, we talked about the Springfield, Missouri thing and all that. What do you got on your list that you want to interject?
It was not anywhere close to what we were going for, but
okay.
Just wanted to ask, completely off topic, what is your thoughts on the new iPhone? This is what I'm saying. Like, it's completely off topic.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest.
Because everybody bashes Apple for releasing the same.
No, phone. I don't get a phone every time they release. Right. I'll get like every second, you know, one that comes out. So I
what
think.
Are your thoughts on this one?
I mean, from reading up and seeing what's the deal with it.
Yeah, what's
dude, the fucking the camera quality, the videoing and all of that is.
They're always gonna. Yeah,
they stepped their game up on this one. They always do, you know.
Yeah.
And it's up there with any $1,000 camera, if not a little bit better. They have a new chipset. You know.
What are your thoughts on the action button?
I don't know. I have to see it. Like, I mean, to see it on the screen.
It's literally just a button on the side.
But dude, to see it on the screen is one thing, but to like hold it in your hand.
Yeah, I know. You know? It's literally like this, maybe a little bigger, button on the side. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. And they were saying that there's a button that turns the camera on automatically. So like instead of you having to press your camera on your face.
I think that's what you just set it to.
There's a button for it.
What, they have another button?
They have a button for it on the side. So all you do is you press the.
That's the button, right?
That's the button.
You can change it though, right?
So you press.
What do you mean no?
All right, let's get into the conversation here.
Fine.
So yeah, you press the button on the side, and what it does is they say if you press it once, the camera opens up. If you press it slow, it does like some kind of action photo thing, or I don't fucking know. So I mean, it looks interesting. What really is grabbing me is the new 10 series Apple Watch.
What about it?
Well, you know how I like a big face watch. They start at size 42 mil, which is a decent size, and it goes up to 46 on the 10.
Okay.
But now they have a sport version of the 10 because they have like the last 3 years they've been having these sport watches and they're pretty big. Now it goes up to 49 millimeter and it's really big. It's about like fucking like that. Like it's big. And I seen it on people's hands and I was like, God damn, that's good. It's got an EKG. It's got fucking pulse. You know, it's got all these fucking doodad. You could fucking sit there and type and you could write a
Jesus,
text.
bro.
Your phone could be on the phone. Yeah,
You might as well.
call dickhead. It's
Yeah.
like it looks cool, but it's a little pricey. I think it's starting at $7.99. Whereas the regular 10 series, they start at $3.99 and they work their way up to like $5.99 or whatever for every feature. But I like that watch look. I'm thinking because I have an issue with the tachycardia here and there. My heart starts racing, and it's only certain meds do that to me. So
Right.
I don't have anything. I have to check my pulse all the time. This thing, you just, it just like automatically does it somehow. And it kind of like reads you. If it starts to move, it'll just come up like your pulse is high. So I like that idea instead of having to, and then sit there
You're
for like 10
always sitting there with
seconds.
the damn machine fucking putting it on.
Yeah, man. So, but I mean, I don't know. We were supposed to go today and pre-order because the more you wait, the longer you have to wait.
Right.
So I think tomorrow, since you're not going to school physically, right?
And I'm doing it.
I'm thinking about maybe taking a ride to the old store there, Spectrum, and we're due for upgrades. We haven't upgraded early before, so
Yeah.
I want to see. I mean, I can't wait till the iPhone is like this fucking big.
Get the fuck out.
I'll be holding it like
No.
this, be like, yeah,
No.
extra fold, like just it's like,
I'm just waiting for like whether it's like completely on your wrist like this, you know what I mean, or something like that, like way in the future, because we're not even fucking close to that. Obviously, there's no way. There's no way.
There's a new phone in China that it's a trifold. It's this big.
Trifold.
Yeah, it's like
Fuck
this
ever
big.
happened to just foldable? Just
Wow, that's fucking old news.
Why
bro.
the fuck-
Now it's trifold. You go like this. It goes whop whop, and then when you click it, it's just like, dude, it's like a fucking iPad in front of your face, man.
what the fuck?
It's like a little TV,
You
man.
gotta unroll your phone though. That's like ridiculous. Bro.
Yeah, well.
It's gonna turn into one of those like fucking. I feel like what? Go ahead. What? were you saying?
What's funny is when phones first started coming out, they were small. They were small, and then they started getting a little bit bigger for the battery, for this, for the technology. But I remember my friend Stefan. I told you about Stefan, the guy that was doing the cards in fucking Vegas. Stefan was always into fucking like new technology. He was the one that told me what Bluetooth was going to be before I even heard a thing about Bluetooth. He goes, Bluetooth's going to run everything, and it is. It was the size of a pen, about this big. And he goes, hey, you want to make a phone call? I was like, what are you fucking joking me? And he gives me the fucking thing. He goes, figure it out. It's a phone. I was like, what? So then he twists it open, goes like this, and inside pulls out, and it's a little mini keypad that you could send SMS messages. And the other end, you click, and you talk on it. I swear to God, you talk on it, bro.
One, why would you even use that?
I don't know,
Two,
but
like,
listen,
what the fuck?
listen. Somebody made that. Of course, it didn't become super popular, but it was just
I thought
insane.
he was James Bond.
Yo, my man, it was just insane. I was like, wow. And European people always want to have the fucking top-notch shit, always be ahead of everybody. So always fucking Stefan used to have that shit. It was insane.
Yeah.
But let's change up. So a little bad news. I partially tore my tricep.
Right.
So you
I
guys
don't know why you didn't start off with this.
if I'd rather talk about the Trump thing, get out the way. But I was working out. I've been having issues. I've operated on this elbow twice because I had a fucked up doctor here in Florida who I went in for a scope and I woke up gutted like a fish, man.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck, man? The guy's like, oh, your tricep didn't look sturdy. And I was like, I came in for a bone spur removal. What the? Well, I removed your bone spurs, but you cut me wide open. What the fuck? So, he fucked up my arm. Again, fucked it up the second time. So I said, you're going to fix this. I didn't go back to him because I was going to kick his ass the first time. I think you were with me when that shit happened. When he brought in that fucking
second guy. I didn't even know what was happening.
Yo, he brought a dude in. Guy was 6'4", 320. He's my assistant.
Yeah, fucking right, bro.
Because I told him the last time, you fucked up I'm gonna fucking come in there. I'm ex-MMA with the other elbow. I'm gonna fucking knock you out. So I get in there, and this guy comes in, and I was like, what kind of assistant is he? Because he had to put a sleeve on me. He goes, oh, he's going to help me put your sleeve on. The guy didn't budge. The guy just was like this. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And you were just looking at me like, yo, this guy is no assistant. So I was like, I even made a joke to the guy. I was like, so you fucking protecting his ass because I'll knock you the fuck out too. I don't care you're 6'4", But whatever. So he fucked up my arm. Then I went to some old doctor that had 40 years experience, and he fucked up my arm even worse. I said, can you put a screw to hold that tendon in? You know, yeah, put a screw in, but he didn't screw it all the way in.
Right.
And in over 6 months' time, that little screw was constantly tearing at the tendon. And I didn't realize it. It was on a string. It was hanging on a string. And I was in the gym, and I just started feeling that I had nothing here. But I still had partially, you know, one of my tendons. And so we go after the surgery. I went to another doctor, and he was just like, the guy who did my right elbow, and he was just like, I can't help you. He goes, if you had 3 back-to-back surgeries, you know, I would advise you to go to this guy. He's the guy that taught me, and he's always going to seminars and whatever. So he gives me a doctor, and his name is Dr. Mark Michael, or Dr. Miles, right? Miles, Mark Miles. And he's in Tampa. Works for Florida Orthopedic Institute. Phenomenal doctor. Rebuilt my elbow, but he did say, if fucking rips this time, I'm not going to be able to help you. So.
Yeah, so he said that.
I'm going to have to splice that out. So, yeah, he fixed it, but he's, you know. So I made an appointment. I can't see him until end of October, but I'm going to go see the one that did my right elbow Tuesday. Hopefully he can give me a prognosis. But I went to the ER. They did x-rays. They said nothing looks torn, but what I'm complaining about, it sounds like a partial tear or a really bad sprain.
And you have burning pain.
Yeah, I've had sprains before. This is not a sprain.
Right.
This feels like my bone is shattered. So, give you a quick, 411. The doctor did this to my bones. He drilled holes in the sides. So what he did is he brought my tendon here, put it through, flipped it over, and then stitched it. So he didn't stitch it on the bone because I guess the bone is too weak from all those holes that they made. I really don't know. So I may be out of commission, not ever able to work out again. I don't know. But I do know it's partially torn. I could see when I stand up, you could see the back of my arm. It looks, and right. From the other videos, I've had some hypertrophy before from the previous surgeries. It is what it is. I would appreciate your prayers and good wishes. I could bounce back, and if I do get surgery, and God willing, knock on wood, everything's okay. I can get back in the gym.
So long as you don't go to the gym prematurely.
No.
And be like, hey, you know what? Let me see if I could. You did
no.
it. You already did it.
Yeah, I did that, but I'll never do that again. That was the first time. He goes to me, you can go back to the gym in three months. And I went back and I did some lightweight. And I think 2 weeks later, I was like, hey, let me try just 5 pounds more. And that 5 pounds is what did me in. Literally. It was like, it just... I told him, you can't put in plastic fucking anchors. Oh, are you a surgeon? Dude, I've had multiple fucking surgeries. Like, you can't put plastic in me. You need to put screws, plates, bolts, something. So whatever, I wish I had the guy's name so I could fucking curse him out live and be like, what a dick. I couldn't even sue for like a malpractice because here in Florida, you sign away any rights to fucking sue. You got to be like so fucked up. You got to be like in a bed like a quad. Then you could sue.
How the fuck are you gonna sue? You don't even know how to talk to a lawyer. Fuck.
Look, isn't that funny? You go in there to get fucking your elbows, surgically fucking, fixed or whatever, and then fucking like, you come out fucking yeah,
I saw something was wrong with your brain, and
I went in there and I fucking gave you a lobotomy. Fuck that. But yeah, so I partially tore my tricep, and I'll keep you guys posted on the next show. If you see me crying, that means I'm fucked. But in other news, no, we would be doing a lot of watching films and shows and whatever, and me and Marco watched it. I really don't think I mentioned this show before, but I'm going to mention it now. Dead Don't Hurt,
right?
With Viggo Mortensen. He acted and directed this thing. Marco really, really liked it. Why?
Well, here's the thing. Overall, not a lot of action.
Right.
But they did it right.
Right.
Because the way that they jump cut, like from back then to here's now, you start building an interest in the characters.
Yeah.
You start actually giving a shit. Because
right.
It's like, oh, okay, damn. Oh, they met like this. Okay, that's nice. And then it jumps back to the future, and it's like, oh, okay, why is he going this way? You know what I mean? You don't just sit there being like...
It was a well put together script.
You don't sit there like bored out of your mind like fucking like, okay, well, he's going now. oh, what's this? He's brewing coffee for 2 hours. Great.
Right.
I don't care about this fucking expositional point. You know what I mean?
But
it's just jumping back and forth correctly, though.
Right. It was a good movie, you know. The only thing I have to give credit to Vigo. Vigo, I've seen 12 movies that he's been in. And from him playing a fucking gangster from Philly to playing a Puerto Rican drug dealer who lost his legs in Carlito's Way, where, you know, he's got the wire on. Dude, his accents are phenomenal.
Wait, he was that guy?
That's the guy that was sitting in the chair, and he goes, you know, Carlito, come on, man. He's like, look, I got diapers. I shit myself. I can't
wipe. I can't
legs.
fork.
I can't fork. I can't home. You know, yo, he did. Let me tell you, growing up in New York, the New York Puerto Ricans, not the fucking like, you know, I'm talking about the guys from the 60s and 70s, a little bit into the 80s. Puerto Ricans that are born in the United States and have this, you know, I don't know, it's an accent. It's a really fucking spot on accent that not a lot of people have anymore. It's just the older guys, you know, like when I used to go to Spanish Harlem, I'd hear a lot of old timers.
Ooh, what's that smell?
Al Pacino,
Sasso, man. That's Sasso.
He nailed it.
Used to be wrong.
Vigo, not far behind, bro. Fucking good. Good, phenomenal. So he's good in his accents and his acting skills. He played a Russian in Eastern Promises.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh yes, you have with me.
When?
They were in London. It was a Russian, you know, mob, and they had to go to the Hasids and get money, and they were like fucking. There was just one scene that he did that was just like he was like this, like he pointed and it was just like. Dude, that's even on the cover of the DVD, just, you know. And they tattooed his hands and everything, and he's a phenomenal actor, bro. I'm sorry. Like, we talked about acting in the last show. Was it the last show we talked about?
I think so.
About old movies and whatnot. Let me tell you something. Yeah, method actors are great and whatever, and they get in their roles and whatever you need to do, you do. But I'm telling you, there's some actors that are just, they excel, and there's some actors that, yeah, they could act. I think almost anybody could act. If you fucking love watching movies and whatnot, I think you could pretty much, you know, live your fantasy out in the movies and act.
Yeah.
You know? But Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
Or Mortensen, whatever. Fucking more Tennyson, whatever.
More Tennyson?
I don't know. More fucking Tennessee whiskey. I don't fucking know. But Viggo is a fucking great actor. And he directed it. That's probably why you got into the way he was doing it back and forth and whatever. He arced the character. He did, you know. It was phenomenal. It was a great fucking show. So, once again, Dead Don't Hurt. You need to fucking rent it. Was it on Prime?
Yeah.
I think it was on Prime, yeah. So, I'd like to possibly end the show with this because we're great on fucking time.
What time are we at?
We're at 49 minutes exactly. Ding, 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 ding.
Seems all right. Why do you have applause?
I don't fucking know. That's the only two sounds I got on there. Everything else is garbage.
Are you ever going to add any more?
I need to. I got to find out how to do this shit. But I'm my own man here. I got to do fucking editing. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to type a lot. It's just fucking pain in the ass. Mm-hmm. So SpaceX does what NASA can't. 20-minute spacewalk.
Oh, so they set a record or no?
Not that they set a record for a non-governmental agency, not an entity of the United States government, which they haven't done a spacewalk in 50 years.
Right.
Okay, so when the Apollos used to go up, the rockets, that's the last time they did a spacewalk. So SpaceX came out and did this spacewalk. 4 of them took turns. Each guy would, like they would open up the hatch. They practiced their breathing and whatever they had to do. Number one, their suits are so much smaller. Like NASA suits are like, it's like this, and you're like,
shit's so bulky,
right? And their suits look like Armani exchange suits. Like, yo, my man, this like
Serious?
It's so sleek. It's got piping. It's got the X symbol. It literally like so.
Shit's
huge.
got Gucci on the fucking side of it, man.
Yo, for real, man. Like, I want one of those jackets. Like, it's just and their helmets are so much smaller. Yeah. Helmets, like, it looks like those Halo helmets in the movies and shit. They're really small. It's just like it goes right around here, and you got that little, like, fish tank look to it.
That's not Halo. I don't think so.
Okay, I'm not saying Halo, the
You
video
just said
game.
Halo. Yeah, you did say Halo.
I said
so.
Halo, like in the movies and shit. You whenever they show you like a futuristic movie, they got like a little Halo helmet, but it's so small.
Oh, you mean like just like a circle or something?
It's
like
just
that?
a circle, but it's like, and
Okay.
it goes just around your head. It's tiny, whatever. In the
that
in the
don't throw me
movies,
off.
these futuristic things are so tiny and whatever.
Yeah.
So if I said the wrong thing, excuse me, but I think you guys get my gist. Not my juice, my gist.
What?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, SpaceX does, more power to fucking Elon.
Yeah.
And it's about time that other companies attempt, because, America can't build fucking planes. Who builds their planes? McDonnell Douglas or fucking Boeing?
Right.
So it's a private company. So now SpaceX is a private company, and they're doing what fucking NASA can't. He's investing just as much money as NASA is, but for some reason, NASA has to pay everybody, and everybody's dick needs to get wet, in the process, which...
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Even the women want their dicks wet. I don't know. Well, in today's world, you don't know.
Yeah.
You have to be careful. You have to walk up to somebody and be like, ah! Like in Crocodile Dundee. Are you a mate? She's not a Sheila.
I don't know. After seeing SpaceX do this shit, all power to them, but after seeing it, I feel like there's going to be a lot more companies doing anything that they want.
True.
Now. You know what I mean?
Well, not anything. They still have to pass,
they still got to pass when it comes
rigorous
to certain
testing
shit.
and shit.
But they're going to be making the case that, you know what I mean, like they don't have to wait on government approval and stuff like that, because there's already enough companies doing everything.
Yeah, I think the government's going to try to shut this shit down, because they're doing this back and forth with the International Space Station or some shit, and they were like, we need to send somebody up to, I forgot what it was, a shuttle rocket or some fucking thing, and they're going to bring him back, and there was a problem. I don't know what the problem was, but there was a problem.
Right.
So SpaceX offered, hey, we'll send up our capsule, we'll pick them up, we'll bring them back. And
They
the
said,
fucking
hell no.
hard on NASA and the government and Biden and whoever, we don't need Elon's help. We could do it on our own. So these motherfuckers
they left them in there still.
I don't know if they're still in there, but they was stuck for a long time, and they're going to be stuck, I think, till October or some shit, which
Dude,
it's
that's
pretty
ridiculous.
fucked up. If this guy offered, hey, let me
take them.
take him. No. One person actually said, I want to go. Out of them. One of them said, I want to go. And I think SpaceX did send, a shuttle to pick him up. Because, see, SpaceX has this weird looking, even I think Jeff Bezos fucking flew in one of these fucking things.
Which thing?
It's like a rocket, but it has like a huge, looks like a Ramsey's condom is what it looks like. It's big on the end with a little spout like this, and then it's really skinny. It looks like a fucking shaft. And that thing goes up.
Why did they make the rockets like
But
this?
listen, that thing goes up, and it comes back down.
Right.
Doesn't go this way. It just comes back. I don't know how he does it, but he did it. More power to him. So, NASA's rockets doesn't have that principle. NASA's rockets goes in stages and that. And then they had that stupid fucking, what it was called, the Enterprise or whatever. It was like a fucking, it looked like an airplane. And they would put it on the back of a Boeing, and they would fly it up, and then
send it.
Yeah, or they had that big gas fucking rocket fuel tank with the two tanks on the side. And they would send it. Why that ever fucking took off beats the shit out of me, man. But yeah, it's just, look, NASA doesn't have the technology. They're not paying top dollar. They don't really give a fuck. I make a prediction, and I guarantee this: Trump comes into office. Besides Elon being in his cabinet to check things out, I guess, for how much wasteful spending the government's doing, I guarantee he's going to give SpaceX, like, hey,
Government
jump in.
status?
Yeah, like, come on in, jump in, and, how could we make ourselves better? How could we,
Right.
And I heard Trump once say that he wanted to do this international thing again. Like, for everybody to be in space at the same time, for everybody to have the same, which is pretty fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's what used to I think Reagan did that shit,
Right.
But look, it is what it is, man. politics always, it always
Politics is always over the stupidest shit.
It is, and then then they get mad because there's a big head honcho. You can't talk to that person because I don't like him, and you got to show your loyalty. And then
We're
they
gonna
do
put tariffs like fucking 300 times, and they're not gonna do anything.
Right. They're gonna do something. Believe you me.
No,
They'll
just not trade with you. Then
I'm gonna have tariffs. I can't imitate.
they will
him.
be taxed.
I have to practice Trump, man. He's fucking crazy.
Just say China like 30 times.
China, and Rocket Man. But whatever, man.
I've done great things. Many things.
Many
Many
things.
big things.
Big things. Bigger than you'll ever see. Bigger than you'll ever live. Because I'm Trump. I fucking do everything I want. I'll get it down, guys. I'll get that fucking shit down. But all right, we a good time. So hit the like button.
Comment down below.
Subscribe.
Hit the notification bell so you don't miss us.
And we'll see you next time on the Mood Lounge. Peace.